Kendrick Lamar, The Heart Part 6. Now, before he drops all of his other albums, he usually drops The Heart Part 6 first, or Part 5, Part 4, whichever one it is. This time it just came with the album. And of course, I think he must have changed the lyrics to reference Drake's response, right? Because Drake stole that title from him. The Heart Part 6. Production on fleek.
Load up the Pro Tools and press 3. Studio filled with Jack in the Box and Pepsis. Niggas watching World Star videos, not the SBs. Laughing at beat pump or stomach turning. I get up and proceeded to write some
Okay. This is interesting. So this is taking us back. This is taking us back to the past and how this whole thing started.
Bees laughing at beat pump or stomach turning. I get up and proceeded to write some Absol in the corner, mumbling raps, fumbling packs of Blackie Mouse, crumbling Kush till he cracked a smile. His words legendary, wishing I could rhyme like him. Study this style to define my pen. That was back.
Wish I could rhyme like him. Study my style to work on his pen. But he's basically talking when he was in that that group with Absol. Who else was in it? J-Rock, maybe? I was not a fan of music, or at least not a deep fan of music back then. So I don't remember, but I know Absol and maybe J-Rock was in that group, whatever that group was called.
Packs of Blackie Mouse, crumbling Kush till he cracked a smile. His words legendary, wishing I could rhyme like him. Study this style to define my pen. That was back when the only goal was to get J-Rock through the door. Warner Brother Records, hope Naeem Ali would let us know. Was excited just to go to them label meetings. Wasn't my record deal, but still I couldn't believe it. Me and Rock inside the booth hibernating. It was simple math. If he made it, that mean I made it. Everything I had was for the team. I remained patient, grinding with my brothers. It was us against them, no one above us. Bless our hearts.
Okay, so he's taking us back to when he was in that group, from what I understand here. He also even mentioned Mixed by Ali, and if you guys don't know, I interviewed someone called DPS, Daddy Fat Snaps, who's actually worked with Mixed by Ali. It's like a 1 hour long interview. It's called Beyond the Booth, if you want to check that out on my channel. But he goes into how it is working with Mixed by Ali and some other engineers that have worked with Kendrick Lamar that he's now had the chance to work with as well. It's interesting seeing their style, and it's nice that Kendrick actually took the time to mention some of the producers, because a lot of the producers don't really get a name for themselves until they just hit a banger track, right? Anyway, useless rant. That's what you click on my channel for. Yeah.
My nigga Dave had a champagne Acura, a bunch of instrumentals I freestyled in the passenger. That nigga wore several hats, a producer, manager, director, and DJ. A hi-hat, squabbling bloods, pyrus, and keyways. For this little thing of ours we call TDE, I watch him take some penitentiary chances, to say the least. Remember in the county building with Mixed by Ali, we tried to freak the system just to make a couple ends meet. That's my nigga for shit show. He brought Q over, but Q didn't rap, but he learned from our inspo. We split Louis.
This is great. This is telling us the origin story, but then he's also going to address the fact that they split up, of course, and they all went their separate ways. He's talking about what built him up to be able to be at the spot that he is now. It's him humbling himself and recognizing that was an essential part of his career, even though it's not the part that most people focus on. I like
Louisiana
it.
Chicken Riverboat special, sleeping next to O2 our consoles to be our refuge. He was homeless and I left home. Q said, Dot, you won't be slept on. You the nigga to bet on. Top had given us the million in the home he lived in. Hoping that we see some millions. God bless our hearts. Phil Jackson in my early practices. Strategies on how to be great amongst the averages. I picked his brain on
Studies on how to be great amongst the averages. Everyone is just trying, not even trying. That's the point, right? No one's trying. Everyone's just kind of there on autopilot. And the people that actually try to be above average, it takes a lot of work to do it. But once you do it, look at where Kendrick got.
what was ordained, highly collaborative. Rep pushed the label the same amongst the savages. Moose kept my name in the function that he was running. Keys kept the vultures away from me that was coming. Soundwave let me borrow his clothes for shows as a hype man. They cook up in this room till the night ends. Time for
Sorry, I'm getting some background noise that's not getting filtered out.
I'm carrying debates of a top 5, burying my ops and allies. But I done a half job communicating feelings of being stagnant. Life was getting bigger than just rapping. The business, what I was lacking. Top used to record me back when it was poor me. And now we at the round table for what assures me. I guess my motivation was the yearning for independence. Poured everything I had left in the family business. Now it's about Kendrick. I wanna evolve. Place my skill set as a black exec. I jog my memory knowing black hippie didn't work cause of me. Creatively I moved on with new concepts in reach. Top remember Harlem sessions we were strategizing.
So here he's talking about, hey, this is where my creative vision had to separate so for me to fully flourish, and that's why I had to move that way while they were moving this way. Absol dropped his album too, and it was sick. So it's not like they didn't get to where they wanted to be as well. But Kendrick wanted to go in a place where his creative ideas could flourish, and he couldn't do that under a group because a lot of his ideas are pretty unique, and some of them are even risky. So yeah, I feel what he's talking about.
Then hit the streets, then come back, record 3 records. To tell the truth, it fucked me up when D-Man passed. The motive was the condolences, but the pride crashed. I had to bypass old mythologies I had. Put my heart on display like it was an iMac. To how my young niggas let me be the demonstration. How to conduct differences with a healthy conversation. If that's your family.
Had to conduct differences with a healthy conversation. Say that like 5 more times, because all of America does not know how to do this. All of America does not know how to do this right now.
Then handle it as such. Don't let the socials gas you up, but let emotions be your crush. Pick up the phone and bust it up before the history is lost. Hand to hand shake is good when you have a heart to heart.
Use your heart and not your eyes. Baby, just relax your mind. If you got time, then I got time. Yeah. Free your thoughts and watch them fly. Use your heart and not your eyes.
What do I think about that? I think that this is very, very, very well written. The sample just brings you back as well. So it's a great like flashback, origin telling. Let me give you some idea of what my mind state was when I was in that position back then, and why I made the decisions I made. Like, this is, this is what you want out of an artist. You want them to explain things that they've been through and explain why they did it. And a lot of people are going to connect or maybe even disagree with it, but maybe some people can learn from it. Like that's what music is about, right? It's about communicating these bigger ideas in like 1 to 2 lines in a catchy way so that you can enjoy the music while still getting something more out of it. This is just, I have no complaints whatsoever about this album. No complaints. This is just a top tier project.